My name is Weida Li. I am the system engineer in sales at Grantek System Integration. And today we're going to cover over the OEE Accelerator, which is one of our Grantek MES solution products. So this is built on Ignition and Cepasoft platform. I'm currently running a Chrome browser. Everything you see is in HTML5. It's based on the Ignition perspective platform, utilizing the Cepasoft OEE Downtime module. This is the enterprise view that you're currently looking at. This uses the regular ISA 95 model, and we can see all the places we have OEE installed. So we have two sites, Allentown and Chicago, and today we are mostly going to focus on Allentown and specifically on line 1. So I'm going to go to the navigation panel on the left-hand side. I'm going to click on Dashboard and OEE Dashboard. I am going to select line 1. So the first thing that we're going to notice is that up top, there's this banner. We're going to be able to see the material code that we're currently running, FG001, and the work order number of this current run. And this OEE dashboard is split into two different time frames. Up top, we have the current production run. This work order, this run has started on August 14th at 7 p.m. and has been running until now. On the bottom, we're looking at the current shift. So this morning shift started at 7 a.m. today. It's been running for 6 hours and so. But unfortunately, I noticed that for almost 5 hours, this line has been down, and it's only been running an hour or so. So we can see our OEE metric here, along with its components, availability, performance, and quality. So the downtime that has indicated on the line status history on the bottom, we noticed that the downtime that had occurred on line 1 was due to the box former jam. It's highlighted in this red bar, and at around 8:52 a.m., it has popped back into running. There were some more downtime hiccups, but it has been running ever since. Over here on the right-hand side, we can see that the graphs indicating the target quantity versus the actual quantity of parts produced. And due to the downtime, the availability has really taken a hit. So I could take a look at this dashboard and tell a story. I could see that at the beginning of the shift, this line hasn't been running super well. We had a lot of downtime events due to the box former, and we've been trying to catch up to production ever since 8 a.m. And we're trying to push production at full capacity as much as possible. As a result, there were some scraps. So the purpose of these dashboards is to tell you that story of how your line is doing. But overall, looking at the current production run as a whole, which started 3 days ago, our overall OEE has been good. Our availability is good. Our performance is around 65%. We could see that our target quantity and our actual quantity, our actual quantity is chasing towards that target quantity. We had some scraps. So overall, as a whole, this has been a okay run. One thing very important I want to point out is this running icon up top. And you notice that this bar has been ticking down, and this is ticking down at every 60 seconds, which means that the data showing on this dashboard will update every 60 seconds. But the little running icon up here is real time. And why is that important? It's when the line goes into an unplanned downtime state, we want to be able to see that right away. I am going to flip over to our simulator here, and I am going to simulate a unplanned downtime. So I'm going to simulate unplanned downtime on the box closer. It's going to go into fault. If I flip over back to the OEE dashboard, I see that the little running icon is gone, and now it's an unplanned downtime, and this is due to the box closer equipment cell being down, and the reason is box closer was jammed. If we click on this little red bubble here that's highlighted over Allentown, we are looking at the alarm management screen, and we can see that Allentown line 1 is currently down. So we can notify maintenance to go over to the box closer and take a look at this jam issue right away. So say I sent my maintenance team to the box closer, they fix the jam, the box closer is back in production mode, and all of the upstream equipment is no longer blocked and they are back in production. We could take a look at the alarm management screen again, and you can see that the alarm has been cleared. And if we go back into the dashboard, go back to line 1, the little running icon is back at the top right corner. So this is very important for the OEE system. It's great to have these parts of OEE metric and the availability, performance, and quality values, but it's really important to understand the downtime and why the line had gone down. This is where the focus of your maintenance and continuous improvement efforts should be. A huge part of these systems is to find the root cause of your downtime. It tells you the number one reason for your downtime is unknown downtime. So we want to be able to fix that. We want to be able to add more information to the system so we understand the root cause and we can focus our maintenance, we can focus our attention on the root cause of the downtime. So navigating away from this dashboard, we're going to go into production run. We're going to go into manage run and go to line 1. In this table, we're able to see all the downtime occurred throughout this production run. So when this work order had started. So the most recent downtime was due to the box closer jammed. And so in this example, let's say the maintenance person is able to fix this jam in 30 seconds, but he spent the other 30 seconds and 43 seconds training another maintenance person, a new maintenance person, how to resolve these jam issue. So he can he could click on box closer jam, and he could split the downtime reason into 2. So say the first 30 seconds, he was actually fixing the issue, and the last 43 seconds, he was trying to train the person how to fix this. So he could split this into 2 downtime reasons. And for the second downtime reason, he could say, oh, it's actually not due to the box closer jam. I was just doing training. I could change this to planned downtime. And as you can see on this table, this downtime has been split into 2, and the second half of the downtime was the downtime reason has been overridden to planned downtime. The reason this is so important for a lot of OEE system is if you don't have great fault information, if you don't have the perfect fault information coming out of your system, we know there's going to be manual interventions that need to happen, but we don't want to stop our OEE while we do this. So even if you don't have the right fault information in your system immediately, if you know there are mistakes that are just naturally going to happen, and sometimes we're going to work out those process. So you need this interface where you can go through and do some of these fault manipulations that you need for these manual entries. So the downtime reasons are valuable to you, are accurate to you. So again, this screen, we're looking at the downtime that had occurred in this production run. What if we want to look at all the downtime that had happened across multiple production runs? So next, we will go into the reporting section, and we'll press on analysis, line downtime. Again, I will select line 1. And now you could see how line 1 has been running over the last 7 days. You could change the start date to the last 30 days or the last 60 days, anytime that you want. But in this view, in this graph on the right-hand side, you can see that earlier this week, this line has been disabled, maybe due to cleaning, maybe due to whatever reason. But on August 13th, this line has started running. On August 14th, that's been running really well. August 15th, mostly well. There was a little bit of unplanned downtime on the bottom, but August 16th, there was a significant amount of unplanned downtime. So I want to be able to know what had caused this unplanned downtime. So if I go into the analysis table on the left-hand side, I press unplanned downtime, equipment, line downtime equipment name. I am able to see that the biggest reason for the downtime was due to the box former equipment cell. If I press back and unplanned downtime again, I can sort by downtime reason. And the biggest reason causing line downtime was box former jam. So this is a really good way to analyze your line downtime. We're not just collecting data for fun. We're collecting the data so you can go into these analysis screens and really slice and dice to get to the root cause of your problem and come up with an action plan on how to fix it. Another really good report that we offer is the production report. So if I select line 1 here, we're able to see all your OEE data in one screen, your production count, your reject count, and on the right-hand side, we have the unplanned downtime Pareto chart showing the #1 downtime reason. In this case, it is the box former jam. And you can, again, this is not dependent on your production work order or production run. This is across a time span, so you could change the start time to any time that you want. In addition to this, there is a roster manager and a shift manager, so you can modify, you can configure your shifts based on whether it's 3 shifts of 8 hours or 2 shifts of 12 hours. Under product configuration, material manager, we're able to configure the material that's running across your facilities. If you remember from the dashboard earlier, we were looking at FG001 that was running on line 1. You can configure this material to be running on both line 1 and 2. You could configure changeover time, its ideal rates, what's considered the in-feed count equipment, out-feed count equipment, and reject. And lastly, I want to go over application settings. So this is all the configuration that you will need in the OEE Accelerator. I want to go over role permission manager. So in this role permission manager, you can select the different user roles and its access to this OEE Accelerator system. So in the administrator user role, this person has the ability to modify and view all of the screens. In contrast, if we look at an operator, this person can look at some of the screens. They have access to modify some screens, and they have no access to certain screens. So this is all configurable. Supervisor. And if we look at user management, this is where we configure the individual logins, their first name, last name, and the role permission that they are assigned to. We can configure an email, a phone number to that person as well. And that concludes our OEE Accelerator demo. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this today. I hope you have a great day.